I'm here with my mom, and today we're going to be making
egg flour soup or egg drop. 1 leaf of diced napa cabbage. This are 10 snow peas. This is about a 3 to 4 inch slice of carrot. And since I made this egg flour soup, I made flours out of the carrots, but this goes in too. Here are 2 green onions, and that is your garnish on top of your soup after it is prepared. Here are the 2 eggs, chicken broth, chicken bouillon, soy sauce, black pepper, cornstarch, and garnish is the sesame oil. We're going to start the preparation for the egg flour soup. You need at least a 2-quart pan, and I set the fire on like medium. Then I add the chicken broth. The chicken broth is in the pan, and I'm adding what we call in the South a nice teaspoon heaping of chicken bouillon to put in the broth. Then I add 1 capful of soy sauce. This is white pepper, and I just do a couple of shakes on the top, not a lot. And you use white pepper, ground white pepper, not black, because you don't want your soup to have black specks in it.
And now you're just whisking in all the ingredients.
Yeah, the broth. Okay, then you're going to bring this to a low boil. As your soup broth is coming to a boil, you prepare your eggs. Basically, just crack 2 eggs. Take a fork, lightly beat them. I do not add salt or pepper to my eggs.
Is there a reason why?
I just don't do it.
Oh, okay.
The flavor is in your soup broth. You should not have to put it in your eggs. Okay.
So now you're getting how much water?
Half cup of water, approximately. The half cup of water, which is basically cool or room temperature water. Then I come over here with the iced teaspoon, and I put in 4 heaping spoonfuls of the cornstarch. All right, then you take a fork and you just slowly stir the water and the cornstarch together, so it just, it's basically dissolved. Otherwise, if it's not dissolved, you will end up with lumps in your egg flour soup, and it'll kind of look like milk. In a little glass, it'll kind of look like milk. Chicken broth base is almost to a boil, almost. I am now adding the water cornstarch mixture, and that's going to turn it like white looking, and then you just keep stirring here while it thickens up, and then you might need to adjust your heat because because it's thickened now. If it bubbles, it will splatter up and maybe burn your hand, and then you can kind of like adjust the heat. And once it begins to be thick, and you can kind of see when it begins to thicken. Right, at this point, now you begin adding your vegetables. I put in the cabbage first simply because. Give it a light stir. Add in my carrots. Okay, can you notice the first boil there, right there? All right, so I'm going to be adding the carrots, the flours also. And now the snow peas. This soup cooks very fast, and also you always want your egg drop soup vegetables to not be soft and mushy. You want them also to keep their color. Real softly, just come up to like a little boil like that. That's what you're looking for. At this point, it's going to continue to boil. Pouring your egg into the batter, and you take your fork and you move it like that. That's where you get your egg drop. I usually do it in about 3 sections to make sure I don't have a real huge amount of egg That's it. It is done. Turn your fire off your pan, and I typically just move it off the pan, the fire heat source for a minute or so, I make sure it doesn't boil anymore, because we really don't need it to boil anymore. And when the pan thing is cooled down, you can just put it right back in front of you. You take your green onions and spin the bouillon. Top it. And then
That's the...
sesame oil.
And how much?
Just a fine little drizzle. Fine little drizzle. Your soup is now done. So now we're going to put it in a bowl. Chinese soup. And as much as you want. Want more green onion? You can put a little bit more green onion in there. And another dollop of the sesame oil. There's your soup. There's your spoon. Perfect addition and topping for your egg flour soup is fried crunchy noodles made from wonton wrappers. These are just plain old wonton egg wrappers or egg roll wrappers, whatever. And I just take my pizza cutter, just like the restaurant, make little slices like this. Just kind of fluff them up, you know, separate them, and then we just deep fry them. And I have the temperature at 335 because I like them to be golden, not really browned. So basically what I do, after they have been separated, not in a big hump, kind of like this, and then you drop them in the hot oil, and you can just kind of stir it around like that. And this really takes seconds to do. Okay, they are golden, and I just take it, shake it. Ever see these at the counter at the egg roll Chinese restaurants? There they are. And then I just shake it, get the oil off, and make sure again you use peanut oil to fry in. Dump them down.
You let them dry on paper towels.
Now that they're cooled, topping, delicious.
Okay, and now I'm gonna try it, and we'll get some feedback on how good it is. Try the soup. I really love my mom's snapdragon soup. Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome.
So let's try a bite. I'm scared. It's really hot still. That's really good. Thanks, Mommy.
You're welcome.
Aw.